Hello students, myself Dr. Sheki Pratima, Ahmednagar Jilla Maratha Vidya Prasarak Samajas, New Arts, Commerce and Science College, Ahmednagar. Index numbers. This is your 6th chapter as per your 12th standard syllabus. So in the last video, we just discussed the introductory part like the index number, meaning of index number, then the features of index number, definition of index number, and the types of index number. And also we discussed that the significance of index numbers in economics. In this video, we have discussed the next part related to the index numbers. Basically, the index numbers is a statistical derives to measure the changes in the value of money. It is a number which represents the average price of a group of commodities at a particular time in relation to the average price of the same group of commodities at another time. So we have discussed the next point is like the construction of index numbers, and the some steps are important to the construction of index numbers. The first step is like the purpose of index numbers. So the lots of the statistician will explain that the index number means what and why the index numbers is important to the economics. Some methods are important for the construction of index numbers. So this the first step is like the purpose of the index numbers. So before constructing an index numbers, it should be decided the purpose for which it is needed. An index number constructed for one category or purpose cannot be used for others. For example, a cost of living index of working classes cannot be used for farmers because the items the entering into there the consumption will be different, means each and every person's the consumption is different. So that's why the one index number we never apply to the another the index number, otherwise the another purpose the one purpose is clear. So that time it's easily we have constructing the index number. Then the second point is like the selection of the base year. So the selection of the base period, otherwise the year, is the most important step in the construction of an index number. It is a period against which the comparison are made. The base period should be normal and free from any unusual event. Means the not means any disaster. So like the base year period should be normal and free from any unusual events such as the war, then famine, then the earthquake, then the droughts, then the boom, etc. So it should not be either very recent or remote. Means it's not the not too close, not too long. It should not be too distant in the past. Okay, so that's why the base year is most important part, which is directly affect to that the construction of index number. Without base year, we never constructed that the index number. Then the next point is like the selection of the items. So the commodities to be the selected depend upon the purpose or the objective of the index number to be constructed. But the number of commodities should not neither be too large nor too small. Means it is necessary to select a sample of the numbers of items to be included in the construction of the particular index number. For example, in the construction of price index numbers, it is impossible to include each and every commodity. The commodities to be selected should be represent the taste, habits, and customs of the people. So, moreover, commodities to be selected must be broadly representative to the group of commodities. They should also be comparable in the sense that the standard or the graded items should be taken. Then the next point is like the selection of the price quotations. See now, the next step is to select the price of these commodities. For this purpose, care should be taken to the select price from the representative person, places, or the journals or other sources. See now, the prices of the selected commodities may vary from place to place and shop to shop in the same market. Therefore, it is the desirable that the price quotation should be obtained from the unbiased prices reporting agency. So this depends to the types of index numbers. For consumers price index, then the wholesale prices are required. While for a cost of living index, retail prices are needed, but the different prices should not be mixed up. So the next point is like the choice of the suitable averages. See, the index numbers are the averages. The problem is how to select an appropriate average. The two important averages are the arithmetic mean and the geometric mean. The arithmetic mean is the simple of the two, but the geometric mean is more accurate. So generally, the arithmetic mean is used in the construction of index numbers because it is the simple to the compute, the compare of the other averages. So this method or the chain, it's like the chain based method. The next point is the assigning the proper weights. See, the while constructing an index number, due to the weightage or the importance should be given the various commodities. Means the weight refers to the relative importance of the different items in the construction of an index numbers. So like the weights are of the two types. The first is the quantity weights and second is the value weights, like the P multiplied by Q. Since all items are not of equal importance, by the assigning the specific weights, better result can be achieved. Then the last point is like the selection of the formula. Which formula we have applied? A number of formulas have been devised to the construct and the index numbers. But the selection of an appropriate formula depends upon the availability of data and the order of the index numbers. Means how many percent you have to collect that data and the which purpose you have to select it. No single formula may be used for all types of index numbers. We give below the different example. See now, the different example is most important. So the choice of suitable formula depends upon the purpose of index numbers and the availability of data. So these are the construction of index numbers. Means this is the steps of the construction of index numbers. Then let's we discuss the next point is like the methods of constructing the index numbers. Means the different the formula we apply. Basically, there are two methods of constructing the index number. First is the simple index number and second is the weighted index number. See, the first point is like the simple index number. So in this method, the every commodity is given equal importance. Means the each and every commodity's importance is same. Otherwise, it's a equal. It is the easiest method of the constructing index number. It's the applied to the determine the three part, otherwise the three types, otherwise the three methods. And the first method is like the price index number, second is the quantity index number, and third is the value index number. See, the first is like the price index number. Let's we discuss the first, the example, otherwise the first index number related to the simple index number, price index number. Basically, have to read that point is like the price. Price means what? That commodity's price, particular the figure, otherwise the particular the value. See, the price index number means it's related to the two commodities price. But the first important thing is like the base year. So we measure that one formula, the price index number, the P01. So what is the meaning of? In the last video, I just discussed that the P0 means what? The price of base year. The base year's price, and P1 means what? The price of current year, means the current year price. So the P01 is equal to summation of P1 upon summation of P0 multiplied by 100. So the summation of P1 means what? Sum total of the prices of the current year, means the current year, the total price of that commodity. Then the summation of P0 means sum total of prices of the base year. So the methods we have discussed, the one example. The first step is like the add the prices of the different commodities of the base years to derive like the summation of P0. And the second is summation of P1. I just discussed that the summation of P1 means what. So the formula is like the P01 is equal to summation of P1 upon summation of P0 multiplied by 100. And you have to see that the example, first column is like the commodity, second is the price of the prices in 2010. This is the base year price. We have selected the 2010 year base year. And the current year is 2015, means the 5 years gap. It is there. So the prices of the 2015, like the current year prices, it means the P1, okay, and base year prices, it is the P0. How many commodities we have selected? There are 4 commodities, A, B, C, D, and the prices of A commodities, like the base year price is 20 rupees and the current year price is 30 rupees. Then the B commodity, the base year price is 60 rupees and the current year price is 80 rupees. Then the C commodity, it's the base year price is 100 and the current year price is 130. Then the last commodity, like the D, the price of the base year, it's the 40 and the current year price is 60. So the summation of P0 means what? Summation of P0 means the total base year's price. Means the total 20 plus 60 plus 100 plus 40. Like the 220 means the summation of P0 is equal to 220. And the next column is like the 215 means the current year's the price, total price. Like the summation of P1 is equal to 300 means the 30 plus 80 plus 130 plus 60 is equal to 300. Let's be applying the formula. The P01 is equal to summation of P1 upon P0 multiplied by 100. Okay. So, but the base year price, we assume that the base year price is like the 100. So that's why we're multiplying the 100. So summation of, see, the P01 is equal to 300 upon 220 multiplied by 100. Means the summation of P1 is the 300 and summation of P0 is 220 multiplied by 100. So the last answer is like the 136.36. That is the price index number, means the P01. So the let's be discussed. The next point, the next the type is like the quantity index number. Okay. So it is measured as the quantity index numbers. Means it is measured that the formula Q01. See now. Q means what? The quantity. Okay. In the last video, I explained that the Q0 means what? The quantity of base year. Then the Q1 means quantity of the current year. And summation of Q1 means what? It's the sum total of the quantities of the current years. Means we have selected near about the 4 commodities. So 4 commodities, the current year's the quantity and the base year's quantity we have calculated. Okay, so that's why we are applying that formula. The Q01 is equal to summation of Q1 divided by summation of Q0 multiplied by 100. And the summation of Q1 means what? Sum total of the quantities of the current year. And the summation of Q0 means sum total of the quantities of the base year. So we have discussed the one example. Okay, so the first step is like the add the quantities of the different commodities of the base year to devise the summation of Q0. Means first of all we have calculated the Q0, summation of Q0, and then we have calculated the summation of Q1 and then applying the formula. So we have discussed the example. Okay, the first of all, the how many commodities we have selected? There are 4 commodities A, B, C, D, and the base year is like the 2000. Okay, the year of 2000 is the base year and year of 2001 is the current year. So the base year Q0 and current year Q1, we have calculated the quantity. See, in the first price index number, we compared the price, and the quantity index number, we compared the quantity. Okay, so the quantity index number Q01 is equal to summation of Q1 upon summation of Q0 multiplied by 100. That is the formula of quantity index number. And we have selected the 4 commodities. So the first A commodities, the base year's the quantity is 30 and the current year's quantity is 45. B commodities, base year quantity is 55 and the current year's quantity is like the 70. Then C commodities, the current year base year quantity is like the 90 and the current year quantity is 105. Then the last commodity, D commodity, the base year quantity is like the 35 and the current year's quantity is like the 60. Okay, so we have considering the summation of Q0. 30 plus 55 plus 90 plus 35 is equal to 210. That is called as the summation of Q0. That is the base year's the quantity. Total sum of. Okay. Then next is the quantity in the 2001 means the current year's quantity. Summation of Q1. Like the 45 plus 70 plus 105 plus 60 is equal to 280. Okay, so that is called as the summation of Q1. So we are applying the formula. The formula is Q01 is equal to summation of Q1 upon summation of Q0 multiplied by 100. Okay, so the Q01 is equal to, so what is the figure about the summation of Q0? It's the 200. The C now. Summation of Q1 is the 280 and summation of Q0 is the 210. So we are applying that the summation of Q1 is the 280 divided by 210 is like the summation of Q0 multiplied by 100, and your answer is like the 133.33. That is called as the quantity index number. So let's we discussed the last point is like the value index number. We have compared the value about the two commodities. See now, the first is the price index number, we compared the price. Then next is the quantity index number, we compared the quantity like the base year and current year. And the value index number, we compared the base year price multiplied by quantity and the current year price multiplied by quantity. See now, the value index number, the formula is V01. What is the meaning of the V01? Value index number. V0 means what? The value of, V0 means value of base year, and V1 means what? The value of current year. See now, the summation of the formula is like the Q01. See, the in value index number, the V01 is equal to summation of P1 Q1 divided by summation of P0 Q0 multiplied by 100. So let's we discuss the next point is like the summation of P1 Q1. So what is the meaning of the P1 Q1? See, the summation of P1 Q1 is equal to sum total of the product of the prices and quantities of the current year. That is like the summation of P1 Q1. The next is like the summation of P0 Q0. That is like the sum total of the product of the prices and the quantity of the base year. Means the P1 Q1 we calculated the current year's the price multiplied by current year's quantity. Then summation of P0 Q0, the base year's price multiplied by base year's quantity. So let's we construct the value index number. So the first step is like the find the product of prices and their the respective quantities of the different commodities for the base year to the derives like the P0 Q0, and the sum total of the products derives like summation of P0 Q0. So find the product of the prices and they are the respective quantities of the different commodities for the current year. Same part we apply, the P1 Q1. So the sum total, it's like the summation of P1 Q1. So let's apply with that formula. Okay. So in your screen, I have shared the one example. So how many commodities we have selected? There are 4 commodities, P, Q, R, S. Okay. First of all, we calculate the P0 Q0. That is the base year part. Then second part is like the current year part, P1 Q1. So P0 means what? The base year price. Q0 means what? The base year's quantity. Then P0 multiplied by Q0. Okay. So that is called as the P0 Q0. Then same part we are applying the current year. The P1 means what? That CINA, that column is like the P1. P1 means what? The price of current year. And Q1 means what? Quantity of current year. Then last column is like the P1 Q1. Means the P1 multiplied by Q1. Okay. So I think you have understood that the part, the initial part like that chart, the P1 Q, P0 Q0, P0 Q0, then P1 Q1, then P1 Q1. Okay. So the first commodity is like the P. Base year's the price is 5. Okay. And base year's quantity is like the 4. So 5 multiplied by 4, that's why the P0 Q0 is 20. Okay. Then next is 5 4s are 20. Then next is like the P1, it's a 20. Then Q1, it's a 10. So 20 multiplied by 10 is like a 200. So 200 means the P1 Q1. Same part we apply the Q quantity commodities. So we have select the Q commodities. So Q commodities base year price is like the 10. Then the quantity is 3 And P0 Q0 means the 10 multiplied by 3 is equal to 30. So that is called as the P0 Q0. Then next is the P1 Q1. So the 30, P1 is the 30, Q1 is the 8. So the P1 Q1 is like the 240. Then last is the R commodities. So next commodity is like the R commodity. So R commodities base year, the price is like the 15. Then the base years, the quantity is the 2. So 15 multiplied by 2, like the 30. Okay. Then next is the P1. So the R commodities, the current year's price is 40 and current year's the quantity is 6. So the 40 multiplied by 6 is equal to 240. Then next is the S commodity. So S commodities base year price is the 20 and the current year's the quantity is 1. So 20 once 20. So the P0 Q0 is equal to 20. Then next is the current year's price, like the S commodities, it's 50 and the quantity of the current year's, like the S commodity, is 4. So 50 into 4 is equal to 200. So we have calculated constructing the base summation of P0 Q0 means the base year's price and base year's quantity. Sum of, see, the summation of P0 Q0 means what? The sum of total the price of the base year and the quantity of base year is equal to 100. What is where we have constructed that 100? See now the P0 Q0 column. See, I have shared that screen. That part, the P0 Q0 column, 20 plus 30 plus 30 plus 20 is equal to 100. So that is called as the summation of P0 Q0. Then same part we apply in the current year. So the summation of P1 Q1 means what? The sum total of current year's price and sum total of current year's quantity. That is the 200 plus 240 plus 240 plus 200 is equal to 880. So we applying the formula V01 is equal to summation of P1 Q1 upon summation of P0 Q0 multiplied by 100. So the next is like the V01 is equal to 880 divided by 100 multiplying by 100 is equal to 880. So the value index number is like the 880. So that is the last figure of the value index number. So we applying that part is like the value index number. So I think you have to better understood that these are the 3 types of the index number. So basically, there are a major 2 types, simple index number and second is the weighted index number. In the simple index number, there are 3 methods. First is the price index number, second is the quantity index number, and third is the value index number. So students, we have completed the steps, otherwise the 3 methods related to the simple index number. I think you have to better understood that part. So goodbye everybody.